Well, hello there, travelers, and welcome back to Pathfinder's 2nd edition campaign. I was about to say it's been a while, but it definitely has not, considering these are recorded, and you're not gonna know. We just got back from New York. Yay. Anyway, joining all our good friends now. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
Alrighty, been a hot second, but we're back in the saddle. I forgot something, Vega, that I have now remembered. The last thing we did, we got back from the clan summit. Everyone go ahead and add a hero point, please, and thank you.
I'm not full for once. Well, now I am, but
Vega,
Nice.
you requested something, and I told you that something wouldn't really function, kind of in general, but now that something can indeed function.
What did I request?
Dost thou remember the small boy?
The Boonwee?
oh no.
The Boonwee, yes.
Oh my god, he cannot travel with me and still move?
Yes. I don't know if you want... I'm not going to give you another token to move around, but I have him as a token, so if we want him out of combat, of course, he doesn't have any combat capabilities whatsoever, but if we indeed want him, he exists.
Excellent. I just want him to, like the
Be
dog,
here.
fetch my beer.
Oh no.
Quick, get my potions. I'm dying.
All right, I thought you as the owner of him, but yes, we can basically say by this point he's been running around Graves' household, effectively, just kind of doing his thing. And Archer would let you know, by this point, yes, it can now follow you around if you want it to. You have full control of the token, you can move it as much as you want. It's in the NPC little drop-down window, so you are now Richer One Lad.
Cute.
It is
One
actually
whole
pretty
boy.
cute. One whole boy. I do like it.
Clint
It's pretty
sees a
cute.
new toy.
Oh no.
He is toy-sized.
Real
I
dapper.
look at it and I just have PTSD every time.
Sorry.
It's fine. You only
This
got
one's
crit
nice, I swear.
twice in a row.
Yeah. It totally won't happen again, right?
Totally.
Definitely not, definitely not.
Ha.
So the long and short of it is,
Okay.
I basically let you guys know that there is a missive for your group. It's been about a week or so since last. I think we did some downtime stuff, so we're back in the saddle. And Bell One effectively calls you all up saying, specifically, Vega has something for you, but in general, someone is needed. A group is needed. Folk that like to help. And, well, your group has indeed been doing that very thing, so first folk that came to mind is you all.
I've never helped anyone in my life.
Excellent. I will tear
True.
into the note.
All right, perfect. He basically just lets you know to
Tear it. Read it.
Tearing it.
Torn. After you stitch it back together, you learn that he just would like to meet with you real quick. They just, hey, what's up? And then we'll basically be sending you out, so we won't be seeing you for a while.
Excellent.
Alrighty, so as you show up and chit-chat with him, Belwan basically lets you know, Vega, and your group, that assistance is needed to the north. There's a town called Stone Crab, and he doesn't have all the information. Apparently it's a little hush-hush, but your group is to first meet a particular individual, I mentioned last week, Bran, at Haydell, which is north of here. You're to head there, swing by the church, and they will give you the actual information on what is to be done. Belwan let you know that he can let you, your group, all three of you, borrow 3 horses, and he reminds you, Vega, please do not get into any altercations with these. They're not attuned to combat and will run, so please don't lose our horses. Thank you.
I mean, if I get into combat and I purposely let them run, will they run back home?
If you park your horse, it should be fine. If it gets hurt in any way, it is gone. They run. They'll probably run home, yeah, but you'll be without a horse, so.
That's all I
Teach me
care
how to
about.
Park the horse.
Yeah, people don't normally attack horses. Basically, the long and short of it is don't mount it and then run at someone with your weapon because you're going to lose the horse.
But my mounted combat.
I know.
Don't worry about that.
Become Mammoth Rider.
You'll get
You get what? You cut off.
nothing.
All right, bye.
Don't worry about it.
Alrighty, and with all that, I think we discussed last week, not that Kane and Arbalest need a reason, but you two will be joining.
Yeah, I was about to say, you guys just kind of joined me on my mission. You sticking with?
I mean,
I mean,
for
has
now,
been
why
doing
not?
wonders for my memory, honestly, so sure.
Besides almost getting my head chopped off by a plate a few times, it's been nice.
It's
why not?
you experiencing the joy of living.
I mean, at least
Sure,
you
we'll
can't
go with that.
die as easily now, right? With that thing in your body.
Exactly.
True. Can it stitch my head back on, though?
If you lose your head, probably not.
Unfortunate.
I say would you like to test it, but
No, I don't.
Let's not.
I think I'd pass on that one.
that's fair. Alrighty, so with that, and a tear in his eye, Belwan lets the three of you off into the wild. Of course, he lets you know, Haydel is a rather large town. I'm sure some of you, but Arvillus might not remember ever going there, but it is a trading hub, effectively. It is very, very large, comparable to Torello.
I mean, you would probably not think too much about it. Like, past memories, large city, yeah, you're used to it, fine.
Yeah, there are many of those. There's no king residing over it. The main reason people are aware of the location is just if you want to buy something or order something somewhere, you can probably pick it up here. There are many specialists, etc., etc. We've all been there before. And with that, your group is essentially sent off. It'll take a few days by horseback, but as long as you make a good time, they will indeed be waiting for you to share with you this secret mission.
Excellent.
And before we head off, is there anything you all want to do, or be gravy?
Buy a grappling hook.
Buy a grappling hook.
A grappling hook?
I think it's uncommon, so I'm not sure.
There's
Grapple something.
There's a grappling gun.
It is, yes. The 3 gold one, yeah. The cheap one.
Grappling gun. This wooden pistol-like device features a large reeled coil with 100 feet of thin metal cord and can fire a grappling hook up to 100 feet. To reload the grappling gun, you must manually recoil the cord by tuning the reel's crank, and then lock the grappling hook. Reloading it takes 1 minute. Dear God. Okay, good to know.
Yeah. Actually, I say that, but there's this entire mechanic for like using a grappling hook, but it doesn't say what kind of bonus it gives. I think you just climb successfully, I guess.
Probably. That'd make most sense. So realistically, you've indeed had some downtime. If you want to go ahead and subtract 3 gold, I'll go ahead and put a grappling gun in your inventory. It takes them, a little bit extra time to get that situated, but fortunately, we know the blacksmith here, so they can get that put together nice and easy for you.
Yes.
All right.
Soon I will be Batman.
Indeed. 1 grappling gun. Yeah, obviously you have a stealth cloak, grappling gun. Ignore Flint.
This is fine.
He's just there to be cute.
I mean, Batman had a dog
Yeah.
at some point.
All right, all the same, a few days travel on the road. And as you all begin to move northward, you'll notice that the weather is growing ever colder. Not by much, but you do know by the time you head to Stonecrab and arrive there, it will indeed be not substantially colder. They're not wedged away in the mountains or anything, but it's definitely getting up there. Winter is, fall at least is upon us. And on this road, realistically, we're fairly close to town. Haydel and Torello are both quite large locations. You see some other people that are traveling opposite directions. We give them a wave, and they're on their way. You guys are maybe about 1 day's travel away from Haydel when you come to a crossroad. And at this crossroad, you see nothing but a caravan. A caravan with one individual you can just barely see from the distance. They look to be a dwarf, and they're speaking with 2 somewhat rowdy-looking individuals. You can almost hear their conversation from a distance, and it doesn't seem to be anything positive.
I'm feeling nosy. I want to creep forward.
Creep forward, just ride up. We're on horses.
Aren't you always feeling nosy?
Also, I guess.
Not always.
Not always. What do you mean? I feel like we're a pretty nosy group in general.
I mean, we're do-gooders, so yeah, it comes to the territory.
All right, when you say creep up, do you mean creep up on your horse, or you hopping off and sneaking up?
Like creep on the horse won't work.
Yeah, I would like to hop off unless they charge forward on their horses.
So,
I mean, I don't. I just go look what's going on, I guess.
so you do know the
See what
horses
he's
are
selling.
trained enough that if you were to jump off the horse, it'll just chill there. But as you kind of see your group moving on up, Vega, you realize there's probably no reason to sneak up. These 2 individuals are pretty preoccupied with what they are doing. And as you move on up, you can tell that this vendor doesn't really have any wares that would turn your head. They're selling foods and various clothes and things of that nature. Most of these foods are things that could be preserved, so nothing fresh. But they do indeed have wares. And as you guys get closer, the 2 individuals in front of this dwarf, they also take a step closer, not recognizing your group behind them. Now that you have moved within range, you can hear jeering and such coming from these 2 individuals directed at the dwarf.
What ethnicity are the jeerers?
You see one frogman, a beautiful boggard, and a bugbear.
That's
All
a
right,
weird
so
looking bugbear.
they're just being bullies. Okay.
Effectively, yes. Their weapons are not drawn. They're asking to see their secret wares. As you get kind of closer and closer, it looks as if the dwarf was speaking to them probably plainly at first, but now it's really gotten to the point where they're not really entirely sure like what to say, what to do, and it's kind of gotten to the point where they're not really sure like what are we doing here exactly. Like it started off as nice, and they're like, you know, we know you got secret shit in the back. Come on, share it with us. Or like, hey, we're your friends here. We're here to protect you. Blah blah blah. Like, where's our cut? Hey. Like they're kind of joking at first, and you can see that you see that they ordered mead ahead, and they didn't really put the cups back where they were supposed to. One's left on the ground. One's on near the fire.
Excuse me, did that merchant hire you two?
As you call out, the two of them turn to you, Vega, and you realize fairly quickly that their general armor, they don't necessarily look like road bandit ruffians. It's quite nice. You're not sure if it was stolen or they're part of some group or something. Common
Are there
thug.
hints of blood on the armor?
Not that you can see now. They look rather clean, but worn in the sense that they have been used. So you can tell upon first glance that these aren't your, common everyday run-of-the-mill jerks.
All right.
And as they turn, they go, I'm sorry. Who are you exactly?
My name's Vega, and I couldn't overhelp but hear that you guys are threatening this merchant.
Oh, we're not threatening them. Right, isn't that right? Right, we're friends, right, Ren? Ren nods slowly, then looks to your group, and you can tell the dwarf is eyeballing the three of you, not entirely sure where you stand necessarily. And they both just sort of turn with their hands out and say, See? We're buddies. You can all go now.
No, a confident dwarf who hired you would be more outspoken. I think I'll stay.
No. Well, that's inconvenient. Are you here to purchase something? That's perfectly fine if that's the case. Ren, show them your finest whatever so they can leave, yes?
Yes, the finest whatever.
Ren takes a few steps forward and says, yes, of course. And as they kind of step by, the bugbear puts his hand on Ren's shoulder and gives him a nice, friendly grip. And then Ren turns to you all and says, why, hello. What brings your group in? What can I do for you all?
Is this an elderly dwarf?
No. You can tell that this individual is probably in their like 30s, 40s. He has interesting like beads of color running down his beard and color to match that on his face, cheeks, eyeliner, things of that nature. Very, very brightly colored. The clothes that he's wearing are also very, let's just say he's not necessarily ready for the wilderness. Stands out like a sore thumb.
I'm going to get closer.
Okay, and as you get closer, Ren is just smiling at you and says, oh, how wonderful to meet you. What can I do for you?
I wanted to see your secret stash.
Sorry, my what?
Your secret stash.
As you bring up the secret stash, Ren gives you a look as if to say, like, there is no secret stash, and you can tell they're probably not bullshitting.
Well, then why do these gentlemen think that you have one?
A bead of sweat drops down Ren's forehead, and he wipes it away. I cannot be too sure on that. To be sure. Maybe Ren turns and hands out. They like my wares? They assume I have better than I do? I have to disappoint you all, though. It's left at, well, I no longer have access to it. We'll put it that way.
So, is anyone good at, like, deception checks?
No. Actually, let me check.
Why deception?
Ooh, I am
Whatever
actually.
Sense-
+6.
Insight is.
Sense motive, I guess it's called. Is that a perception check?
I actually don't care about that. I'm going to go ahead and say, well, let's make a deal. Mr. Dwarf,
Nods.
say the word, honestly, if these men are your friends. And if not, I will help you dispatch of them for free.
As you say that, the two of them laugh and go, I'm sorry, dispatch of? Who the hell are you?
I'll pull out my sword.
Okay, as you do, they don't pull out their weapons, but hands are on the hilt and they're very much ready to. They go, hold off. We're not the ones threatening violence. And the bugbear takes a step closer to Ren and says, isn't that right, buddy? No violence, we're just here to talk.
I'm eyeballing the dwarf very hard.
Ren's giving you a look of like, this escalated faster than I was expecting. Whatever you're going to do, if you're going to scare them off or something, do it. But the look very much says, these are not my friends. Specifically, you noticed Ren kind of twitched as the bugbear put his hand on his shoulder again.
Good enough for me.
You're gonna go ham?
Yes.
This is fine.
I don't need to kill them. I'm just going to try and scare them away.
Before that, I'm gonna do a perception check to see if this guy was like, I don't know, lying about anything specifically.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, just go roll your perception.
I mean, they probably approached him all innocently.
That was
I'm thinking he doesn't belong here in these woods and had no idea what to expect.
Indeed.
28.
Yes, with a 28, you can tell that Ren is not bullshitting you guys. They're just trying to stay quiet so they don't get stabbed in the back while they're talking to you. You can tell that Ren is very much 100% scared, does not want to be here, does not know these two individuals. All body language leads towards, help me, but I'm afraid to say it out loud because they're standing right behind me with weapons.
That makes sense.
Like I said, good enough for me.
Indeed.
The eyes speak volumes. Oh yeah, haha, I'm already off the horse.
Well, I'm not. It's fine.
I forgot.
Because I can shoot from the horse.
Is a 14 good?
Yeah, I have to get above an 11, so my initiative is 27, I think. Or no,
Damn,
28.5.
it's still really high.
Yeah. I mean, it's either a max roll or a min roll, right? Depending
yeah,
on what you
pretty
roll.
Alrighty, and with that, you draw your weapon. They see that you mean combat. And the bugbear goes from standing next to Ren to giving you a look as if to say, oh, okay, we're doing this. Excellent. And they take a step towards you. With their second action, they will draw their weapon. And with their third, they strike out at you with a sickle.
Oh ho.
How dare.
Ho ho indeed. Drawing your weapon, you're barely able to knock it to the side, but you realize he is indeed quite strong. Kane, you're seeing all of this, doing as you are. Did you mount or dismount? Reminder, anything you like violent issue do on the horse is going to probably scare it. Or any violence directed to the horse. Magic will definitely freak it out.
I probably would have gotten off, but I'm like right next to it, probably.
That's fair. Like I said, they're trained enough to not run away until you
shooting a crossbow enough to scare them off. Or?
I think shooting the crossbow will be fine, but the second you're attacked, they'll lose their mind. Yeah,
I'm not planning on getting attacked, but you never know.
Yeah, you're not shooting a fireball from its back, basically. That will freak it out.
I do have horse movement.
Not
right?
yet.
I need to command the animal in this case to move it.
Probably command animal, yeah.
I'm just gonna go for a good old electric arc.
I mean, there's two of them, so...
Cast in the waters.
And that would hit both of them where they currently are, right?
Yeah, I would jump between them.
All right, whoa, a 28 and a 10.
Oh, the other one takes damage.
Not great. That's not a critical failure, right?
9.
No, just regular failure, okay.
Close. I have fun.
I will whistle at my dog to send him to help Vega. Support action on this guy as well.
All right, Flynn begins to do the support wiggle.
Yes. Hunt prey this guy. And then shoot this guy. Come on. Wow.
Just barely.
What did I roll? A 6? Come on. You know what? I'm going to use my hero point because fuck
Sure.
this. I'm not missing this chance. That's better.
Much better.
And he is frightened 1. And that's my turn.
Alrighty. As Flint does his little dance, and you quickly load up and fire at this individual, you do indeed strike him, and you can tell that he is injured, especially after that lightning strike and the arrow. They're holding their own forward towards you, Vega, but now that they're split, the bugbear is kind of slightly freaking out. You see a panic in his eye. What do you do?
Instead, I will trip.
Oh, no.
Yes, I like that.
Woo!
Too bad there is no such thing as double flat-footed.
And then I will swack. And I guess swack again.
Okay.
That was a +0, by the way.
Dear God, all right.
Yeah, it was a nat 20.
So with a quick trip, following it up with a miss and then a crit, you hit home with this to the point where he does not see this coming at all. Sweep, strike. He's barely able to block with his weapon, and you actually see it fling out of his hands. It goes flying like 20 feet back, and he looks at you once again, fear in his eyes, up to say like, "Oh, holy shit!"
Don't kill them.
You really shouldn't pick on innocent vendors, for crying out loud.
All right, as you say that, the Bargard was going to draw their weapon, but instead they go, "Whoa, holy shit, don't!" And then they look at the three of you and go, all right, we'll leave. And they're not moving. They kind of motion to their friend. You, lady in red, if we just pick up our shit and pack out of here, we'll be fine, right?
Sure.
Leave your weapons behind, just in case.
Sure. Why not? We can do that. And slowly pulls out the club, puts it on the ground. The bugbear already left their weapon behind. Technically, it's like 20 feet behind. So the bugbear looks at you as if to say, I don't have any more weapons.
I'll step back.
Okay. As you do, just the biggest sigh of relief, but you can hear a growling behind him coming from Flint. And they stand up, look around a bit, and after kind of gathering their their senses, they look towards your group and back, facing away from you, they slowly kind of scoot away.
Wait.
Yes?
Ren, which way are you going?
Which way am I going? I'm staying here. This is, well, I'm most likely moving. I'll probably move further to, gods, west of here. So you all can go east. Is that what you're going to say?
Yes.
Perfect. Toodaloo now. And they give a look of as if to say, just like, ugh. And with that, they start jogging off in the other direction.
I should have ripped out my guts in front of them.
You should have.
You can if you want as they're leaving.
I probably would have, while they were like right over here,
Okay.
probably would have like walked up to one and done it.
Beautiful.
Menacingly pull at your guts.
Yeah.
As they think everything is okay,
I
you,
rub them on him a bit.
yeah. You rip your guts out for a moment, and they very much get the look as if to say, like, holy mother of shit, what? And that causes them to just, all right, this isn't whatever the hell this is, it is not worth it. So they just peace out. And Ren looks to your group, nods, and says, can I offer the three of you a drink?
Yeah, what you got?
Not the mightiest mead, of course. As they turn, they lean over.
Any mead is good mead.
Ah, perfect. Truly, this is, of course, on the house. I do have to thank you all. Have you eaten? I see you're all on a... Where are you headed to, precisely?
We're headed to Haydale, right?
Oh, Haydale, that's
Stone crab.
about a day's north of here. I was considering heading to Haydale, but I don't think they'll appreciate me opening a shop there. They're very strict. Understandably, but all the same. Does not benefit me. Oh well.
You should probably have a guard on duty if you're gonna, sell your wares out here, though.
You're correct. I didn't entirely think I'd need one, if I'm being quite honest.
I mean, honestly, normally a highway like this is supposed to be well guarded, so I'm a bit surprised.
You're correct. Being only a day or so away from either town, it's... things have gotten complicated up north. I traveled for quite some time. You mentioned stone crab?
I did.
And Ren nods. Says, oh, yes. It's, things are, we'll say, somewhat complicated as of current. It's violent up north.
In what way?
There are things roaming about. My town, the one that I had grown up in, from what I heard down the grapevine, has been completely overrun by these things. Monsters. Mindless, just, I want to say animals, but I think animals have more sense than them.
Dead things?
I believe so, yes.
Not a surprise. We've been seeing a lot of those lately.
Yes, bodies, people went missing, and I'm not one to fight for myself. I'm a vendor, a merchant. I collect wares, I sell them, sometimes hire folks such as yourselves to gather things for me. I pay you, I sell those things, and usually things turn out just fine. But too many people left the town, including the guards, unfortunately. So I've been on the, I don't want to say on the run, but yes, I've been on the run ever since. I was hoping the violence wouldn't follow me south, but I guess times are tough.
Well, you're technically walking into violence if you proceed in that general direction. I don't know about the others, so I would hire someone if I were you.
Yes, I'll try to get on it. I'm not sure there's any smaller civilizations between. I guess I could head to Haydale and maybe hire someone. I'll get things figured out. I figure I'll camp out here for another day and then get things picked up and move along. Business has been fine on this road, truly, but, well, I'm lucky that the three of you came along. I'm not entirely sure what their intentions were, if I'm to be true.
From their body language, not good.
Yeah, Ren shudders at that, like, ugh.
So, food.
Of course. I can't offer anything fresh, but
That's fine. If I wanted fresh, I would hunt myself.
Speaking of,
yes.
maybe I should hunt something. Get something fresh.
Oh, I can
Because
I can whip something up if you're able to find an animal for
Ooh,
me.
you can cook?
I can, yes. I'm not necessarily a hunter. I sort of forgot that. Ren turns and you can see that there are multiple pots and pans and things hanging in this caravan. I didn't necessarily bring that much fresh meat with me. All the dried meats I've eaten already. So,
Let's
yes.
go hunting.
Well, with all the sound we made, we might have scared things off, but I'm sure we'll find something.
Oh,
He'll whistle at Flint to start sniffing things out.
perfect. I'll be here. Will you just be sending him out? Oh, what is your name, by the way, good sir, with the crossbow?
I'm Arbalest, at least. That's what I'm called. And
Well,
this is Flint.
wonderful to meet you, Arbalest and Flint. And your name, good sir?
my name's Kane.
Kane. Fantastic to meet you as well. Arbalest, will you be the only one heading out to hunt then?
No, I'll join.
You're free to join.
But first, Ren, I'm gonna pull out that sheet that Kane gave me with his crest on it, and I'm gonna lean real close and conspiratorially.
Oh, no.
Do you recognize this crest?
Ren gives it a look and...
I mean, just asking random people what the crest is.
He's a merchant. He might know someone.
Eh,
Maybe. Maybe not. Probably not.
Potentially. I was to say, for you, Kane, how well known publicly is your family?
I would say probably not super well known, but people higher up in certain societies would know them.
Okay. Ren gives it a look over and finger twirling in the beard. It looks familiar, but I can't precisely place it. There are, what is it, a family, some standing army?
I think it's a family crest.
It looks familiar, but I cannot precisely place it, unfortunately. Sorry to disappoint you.
That's fine, and I'll tuck it back away very carefully.
Right then. Well, I'll be preparing, I guess, utensils for cooking while the two of you are out. Wonderful. Haven't made anything fresh in quite some time.
All right, we'll be back. Just scream real loud if anywhere bandits come.
You hear Ren laugh at that as they begin digging through all the goods, getting spices and such out. While the two of you are out, Arbalest, you can roll me a survival to see what kind of boys we find in the woods. Fortunately, we're close by and also far away enough.
and I get to hunt prey for prey. Yay.
Delicious.
Not too bad. Not
Excellent.
great.
19's very solid for this level. You guys spend some
It's
time.
Perfectly mediocre.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
not-
actually really good. It's the fact that you rolled a 10.
Hey,
Yeah.
average. It's not a 3. And as you're kind of running around and doing your thing, well, how would you necessarily help doing that, I guess? Bigger.
Can I scare things towards Flint?
Of course, yeah.
Or make them, I don't know.
What do we want to hunt, actually?
I mean, what's in the area? There's probably rabbits.
Like, you can scream into one of the burrows and we can chase them out the other side.
Wow, done.
That's how it works, right?
Yes.
Precisely.
Actually, do you trust your skills hitting moving targets, Arbalest?
I just look at you. Do you not remember me shooting a target at 120 feet? Or
Yeah, but
290 feet, sorry.
that wasn't moving, you douche.
The imps were moving.
Oh, good point. All right, can I just do a generic intimidation roar AOE in all directions just to see what moves?
Yes, very much so. Excellent. Alrighty. 20 and a 19, so that'll bring our ballistics 19 up to a 20. And with that, subsist. Yes, you are indeed able to find the animal of your choosing. If we're hunting for wabbits, then we found some wabbits. Some really juicy, fat ones, too.
Ooh, they were slow.
Exactly. When you scare them, the smart ones ran first. The slow ones were, slow to respond, and now they're food.
Bunwo watches on in horror.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll have to hide my Bun Butler's eyes.
You just push them further in the bag.
Yes.
don't
Push your
look.
eyes, child, please. And as you guys are out hunting, it'll take you some time. Ren asks you, Kane, effectively, what are you guys doing out here? What's your business?
We're just traveling for a job.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, it's so nice to see folk out helping people. Things have gotten downright nasty up north. Do be careful. Not that that magic you were able to produce was quite impressive. But all the same, be careful. You seem like good individuals.
We will try to not get into too much trouble.
Ren has a laugh at that and continues drinking with you while you guys are waiting for everyone to come back. And by that point, yes, Arbalest and Vega, you do indeed come back. Your little worm wiggler Vega has healed you to full. And by this point, you guys have brought back some rabbit.
I never thought I would enjoy an inner leech.
It's a good boy.
What's not really a leech?
An inner, I don't know, a worm of some kind.
A symbiote.
Indeed. It's not sucking you. It's, maybe it's a little bit. Maybe a little bit.
I'm trying to think of the correct term for this type of inner pest.
I mean, definitely a symbiote.
Yeah, that's very accurate, actually.
That is a good point. I will acknowledge that.
Like, I'm not sure what it is gaining from you, but
Don't worry about
if
it.
anything.
Oh, no.
As y'all bring back rabbit, Ren has the fire and such prepared, and all the spices and whatnot, and as he just begins just ripping them apart, Ren just starts preparing food for you all. Obviously, we'll be here for a little bit longer, but Ren has plenty of drinks prepared for you guys, food, and you guys notice that he leaves off the side 3 more rations for you guys to bring with you, and Ren lets you know that these rations they're better than most. They won't just, feed you for a day. He and his people are kind of used to, living out there, but at the same time, light garbage. So hopefully the flavor is just a little bit better for you.
Cool.
Raw flavor.
All right.
Roll for flavor.
And as you guys are all chilling, would you bring up any more topics while we're here, or we're just going to eat and then head on out?
I mean, is it like obvious what he is selling, or is he not selling anything right now, or is it food stuff? Because he does say he's a merchant, right?
Right. So as mentioned before, the products that Ren sells isn't necessarily anything special, really. A bunch of knickknacks, things for travelers, various dried food items, nothing you couldn't buy outside of town. Honestly, for, you guys, what he has isn't necessarily impressive, at least for folk like yourself.
Did we ever establish why those two were interested in seeing his supposed secret wares?
No, you can ask.
Sure, I'll ask.
As you guys are kind of all digging in, and you ask that question, Ren's just kind of, honestly, I think they were trying to rob me blind, if I'm to be entirely blunt. I think they just wanted my money. Maybe they assumed I had better wares in the back because, as Ren turns, he motions to the back of his caravan, and it's mostly empty. I've sold out through most of my wares. In fact, I was getting ready to move and restock. I just, fell behind, I guess. They were trying to find my safe, effectively.
That makes sense.
Yes.
Honestly, I had hoped you did, in fact, have secret wares.
Oh,
But, adventurous spirit and all that.
Only the crazies have secret wares.
You never know.
I do know some individuals that carry nicer items, but I will indeed keep a lookout. Anything in particular you're looking out for that I could turn a good profit on? Anything that's people are currently purchasing in mass quantities?
Can I roll a society check?
Yeah. You kind of mention a few items, and none of them really light his eyes up until you get to the end of your list. And he starts kind of thinking through of going, well, if people are coming from the north to the south, they're going to want lighter clothes, especially this many people are leaving. Maybe I should bring some nicer clothes and maybe claim that they're the latest fashion down here. They'll sell faster, possibly. Interesting. And then he kind of checks to see if he's got room for clothing of that variety.
Do we happen to know if any of the resurrect the dead rituals require a specific item?
They do. Why?
Do we know what that item is?
Depending on the one.
Flash knife.
Yeah. Depending on the one you're going for.
Are we talking about the undead one or the undead one?
Yeah. Are you trying to normally resurrect somebody, or?
No, I'm curious if he's aware of this particular item getting sold a shit ton in a specific area.
Interesting. I would probably go with no, as most people are aware, without getting too into it, what type of item primarily is required to resurrect the dead. But nothing too strange. And you notice as you start asking more pointed questions, Ren looks a little uncomfortable, almost as if the way that they're dressing isn't necessarily accurate to how rich Ren might have grown up. So there's some things that Ren actually does not know, but we'll pretend like they do anyway, as if richer folk probably know the answer to this.
Okay.
Every general goods merchant want to be a magic shop merchant.
Yeah, 100% wants magic items, but he's got nothing.
We're going to Stone Crab, right? That's the name of the town?
After Haydell, yes.
And Stone Crab was where Ren came from?
No, somewhere nearby. Smaller town.
Can he give us the name and potential whereabouts of a contact that could tell us more about what's happening in the town in question?
Oh yeah, just ask anyone in Stone Crab, honestly. He 100% let you know that. They're close enough by that once you get there, you'll kind of see this general situation.
Okay.
Other than that, if you guys have no more questions for Ren, y'all can just peace out.
I would ask him if he has ever been far to the east, right? Where Eladir is?
That would be over this. I believe it says over the save. No, he would not. Do you bring up the area in general, or sorry? Do you bring up the general area, or do you bring up the actual name of the city?
No, like more so like I was leading into. Have you seen anyone with tattoos like mine before?
Well, we'll probably say that you bring up some of the local towns would be nearby, maybe some of the mountains, and Ren's like, oh, I've never been that far before. I wish.
Well, sometimes you have to, expand your borders.
Of course. If I had a little more cash on me, then would be a little easier. Speaking of cash, Ren digs into his pocket and flips each of you 1 gold coin. I don't have very much on me, but this is the least I can do. I know it's not much, but I hope it assists you on your way.
I'm going to flip it back. The food was more than enough.
Yeah, I'm going to decline it as well.
Oh, Ren catches all 3 coins. Says, oh, please, I must insist. Were it not for your group, I would probably have nothing right now.
Wait, is he going to the town we came from, actually, or?
He's not sure. Ren's just gonna kind of head the opposite direction of the Boggart and the Bugbear, the double B.
If you want to pay us back, if you ever go to Torello, yeah. Why don't you hire some guards from the Graves?
Oh.
Or maybe do some business with them.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I've heard...
I'm not enthusiastically.
Oh, you know them personally?
Yeah, we're part of them.
Oh, I've heard some...
I am, anyway.
Well, you seem quite nice. I've heard some very... let's just say not nice stories about them. Are they not true?
They're probably true, but they've turned over a new leaf for the past year.
Oh, well, all right.
They've really been striving for a new way of life. I can attest.
He points and smirks. I believe you, Vega. If you've no reason to lie to me, you threw back to me a very small amount of money, to be sure, and you've not robbed me just yet. And he laughs at that.
I'll laugh too.
He says, sure. I'll
cock crossbow.
I will head south, indeed, to Toretto. I'll try to meet up with the Graves, and maybe I'll hire someone. Anyone in particular, Vega?
Not Oman.
Not Oman. All right, perfect.
He's a good guy. He's gotten into a little too much trouble. I don't think I'd trust him.
Fair enough. I'll ask for anyone but Oman. And
yes, you can tell them Vega said so.
Perfect. What's he look like so I don't say it while he's in the room?
I'll describe him.
Okay. he kind of laughs at that as you laugh. Perfect. Well, to be honest, it is beginning to get a bit late. And I'll just head there now. Why not? And Ren begins to just sort of pack up and looking to the north, nods at the clouds, says, well, the 3 of you still have about a day's travel up ahead of you, so I wish you all good luck. And truly, thank you again.
You as well, and keep your eyes open.
Oh, I will.
Don't get potentially robbed again.
Not on my docket, to be sure, but yes. I'll try my best. Maybe I'll bullshit them with something. I have no weapons on me, not that I could use them. I'll pretend I can maybe zap them, such as you did, Kane. And after kind of doing some joke hand gestures as if to say, like, lightning, he waves to your group as you all head off. And
I can actually try to teach him how to do the lightning real quick. I doubt it'll stick, but...
But probably not. Maybe as they were hunting, he like jokingly asked you like, "Hey, how do you do that?" And like almost half knowing, like, I can't figure this out. Obviously,
It just kind of, zap.
yeah. How would you
just do it?
Yeah, but it's like how would you explain it to him, Kane?
I'd probably explain it like he's a toddler because I don't
Okay.
expect him to get it.
Okay, but very
Just
technical or very
like one
Start with,
small
like-
little step at a time.
okay,
Start
perfect.
like the most basics of concept of magic, like it's
Yeah.
called mana.
Okay, maybe not that basic.
And as you kind of having the steps through that, we'll say you do that prior. And as you guys are leaving, he tries to mimic what you taught him, Kane. But the expression very much says, "I'm aware nothing will happen." But haha, we'll try again anyway.
Confidence, that's the key.
Precisely. And as he
Get it one day.
waves, your group heads on northward to Haydell. All right. Yes, this is the old map. Yes, it is still beefy as hell. I preloaded it. Yay! It didn't take forever. Awesome. All right. So we have all indeed been here before.
The old map?
This is the updated old map. So yeah, there's still some ugly trees. I think I deleted the file, so I'm probably not going back and fixing it, but that's perfectly fine. They got character. But yes, Haydell, we're all aware of this location. The large, bustling city. The streets are completely packed with vendors and people that are buying and selling, etc., etc. After you guys park your horses and pay the very, very, very small fee to have them held here for a day, your group knows that the church resides to the north of the main hub here.
The church is the one that sent the request?
The church is the one that sent the request, correct. You know that Bran is there to meet you.
Has Vega been here before?
You tell me. This is a very large hub.
I feel like she might have been, but I'm not sure when.
It is very reasonable to assume you would have been here.
All right, to the church.
Excellent. And as you all head up to the church...
Actually, we're not hungry, right?
I mean, we just ate, didn't we? Actually, no.
Yeah,
that
There
was
was
a
a bit
day
of
ago.
travel.
It was a day ago.
I mean, we could go eat real quick, but
Up to you.
Actually, I'll eat with Bran and his unicorn. Let's go.
oh no,
All right, perfect.
it's all about the unicorn.
All about the unicorn.
You bet.
As you head on in, as per usual, the doors are sided by the gods, the guardians of the gods, etc., etc. Many folk here are seen praying. The room is quite quiet as you open the doors. You can see at the very back, there are two individuals that are fairly deep in discussion. One you instantly recognize as Bren, and if you have been here before, I wouldn't call him like the head cleric, but he is the... what is the word precisely? Is one of the heads, basically behind intelligence and teaching and such, Waldus. If you've spoken with him before, you learn that he's not incredibly religious himself, but he is very much...
Oh, he's the religious historian.
Correct, thank you. He is basically a religious historian. He's very interested in, like, all religions. You remember, I guess...
He's a theologist, I guess.
Yes, correct. You'd remember that when you spoke to him that one time, Vega, he was indeed interested in the two, because he's aware that no one really worships them anymore. But he is aware that they do indeed exist. So as your group heads on in, down the center aisle, they both turn to you, and Bren's eyes light up.
Bren, hey!
Hello, friends. It's, definitely been some time. When last did I see you?
Has it been a month now?
It's been a month or two, I
Couple
think.
weeks back, yeah.
Well, gods, it's wonderful to see you all again, and I see your group has stayed together.
Yeah, these guys are great.
You say that for now.
They're super useful. This guy's the best, and I'm going to scratch Flint.
He definitely is.
Oh,
True.
he does indeed look quite nice. I don't believe I got a chance to meet with him last time. A new compatriot, then.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, Waldus and I were here discussing things. I assume we've all eaten and we're ready. The discussion is, I won't say heavy, necessarily, but it's no light means.
We actually did not eat. I wanted to eat with you.
Perfect. Waldus, do you think the conversation could wait about an hour or so? Waldus thinks to himself, flips through a few pages, nods, and says, but of course, I don't mind waiting. As long as you all swing back here in about an hour, I shall be ready to share with you what needs to be shared.
You don't want to eat with us, Sir Waldus?
I will be fine. I actually, well, don't tell anyone, but I was snacking just before Bren got here.
I'm going to burst out laughing real loud.
Oh, please, volume. And some people,
Sorry.
some of the people praying look up as if they're, oh god, like almost in a panic. They look up.
Sorry.
Vega explodes.
Well then, perfect. I will be here, and I'll meet with you all in an hour.
All right, see you then.
Perfect. And he smiles, gets back to his studies. And do you want to actually like run over to that area, or just like chill here, tokens?
We can chill here.
Okay, cool. It's a jump away. So you all take your seats. You swing by the order. I'm trying to remember. I think this was indeed the location with the trapdoors in the ground, where you order stuff, and the kitchen's basically under this floor here. When your food is ordered, rather than people running around, they pop up from these little doors underground. And
right.
then they hand you your food. They jump back down there. I remember that.
Is this also the place of Faramir of the delicious nuts?
Yes.
Oh, no.
This is indeed the nuts.
The rumors have spread far and wide. I wish to try these nuts.
You wish to try these nuts? Excellent.
Yes.
Alrighty. For this one, go ahead and make me a will save to resist the pull of the nut.
Oh no.
Give me a nut check.
Nuts return. I don't think you want that.
You don't want a nut check. A 15 is an adequate nut check. Not perfect, but for now, Vega.
I succumbed just a weeny bit.
Just a weenie, yes, a weenie bit. Perfect phrasing there.
Mm.
They are quite delicious. If you've been here before, they're as delicious as you last remembered. Maybe there's a secret to unlocking their flavor with the proper alcohol. Who can say, really? But yes, all the same. Food is ordered. We all partake. It gets here rather quickly. Is there anything you guys want to talk to Bren about privately before we head back over to the church?
Does what he has to discuss have to do with the thing we talked about last time?
The thing being?
The dead.
Yes.
Oh, then I guess I'll ask about his personal life and how his unicorn is.
Sure. Unicorn is doing wonderfully. Oh, I didn't add Mr. Unicorn. I am a monster. All right, Starburst is doing wonderfully. Thanks for asking. And
You're just allowed inside the church.
No, Starburst is in the little unicorn amulet that Bren wears, and then just kind of releases Starburst. Usually, Starburst is not allowed in certain buildings. Now, when people know Bren, Starburst is not just a horse. He will not just poop on the floor. He has more class than that. But yes, Starburst has been doing wonderfully. Personal life-wise, Bren's just been all work recently, just kind of going all over the place.
Anything interesting?
Oh, define interesting.
How's your love life?
Oh. I don't have time for that, unfortunately.
What? You're a young shopping lad. You won't stay young forever.
Well, you're making it sound like I'm going to die soon.
Death comes for us all.
This is indeed quite
Can attest to that.
Shush you.
Right.
But no, as
it's
of
not
current,
often I get to joke about having died before.
Okay, fair point.
This is quite true. But all the same, no current romantic interests, although I am not one entirely without romance.
Oh ho.
Yes. Some individuals have sparked interest, one might say, but with my line of work, I guess to get slightly morbid for a moment. Yes, death does indeed come for us all. I could die at any moment. And I do believe this is more important than me finding love. I'm also not entirely sure I'd want to... Yes?
You have to make time for love, you know.
Of course.
Arbalest does have the face like, wait, why did I say that?
Shrug.
Whatever. Shrug.
I mean, I wholeheartedly agree with you, Bran. And Arbalest, I should make time, but I'm also too busy, so I get it.
All right, and after your discussion with love, Brent definitely awkwardly laughs at that. Obviously, to let you know that currently nothing, I wouldn't want to romance someone and die on the road. That'd be horribly depressing. Nor do I really want to bring someone with me, as I feel like it would affect my work.
Does Starburst have a lover?
Not to my knowledge. I've not asked. And you can see the pendant kind of lights up and kicks a couple times off of Brent's chest. He looks down and looks back at you and shrugs. I'm not sure if that's yes or no.
I mean, I can imagine unicorns not being too common around here, so,
Yeah, he should have lots of lovers. Gotta repopulate.
Well...
Yeah, but that's the issue, though.
I'm not sure how unicorns work. Can you multiply with other horses, Starburst, or how's it work precisely?
Oh, no.
Is it magical?
I never thought to ask this. Interesting.
You've been friends with this horse how long?
I don't want to ask how he copulates with other individuals.
That's the thing between friends. Of course you ask.
Oh,
What?
that's a normal conversation with you?
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, that
Please
is
never
just,
ask me
she
that.
has never asked us that.
yeah, he looks at both Arbalest and Kane.
You guys have not been my friends long enough.
You won't.
Still, please never ask me that.
I'll think about it.
All right, remind me when we get back to ask if Oman has asked that question before.
Almost
Yeah.
most likely shared
Yeah,
it whether you want to be
yes.
shared or not.
Yes, the answer is yes.
I feel like he's like,
All right,
yes,
now
of
we know.
course.
Every damn week.
Exactly. He falls into his drinks far too many times. So he probably shares a little too much. But all the same, Bryn has a good laugh at this, and Starburst is remaining quiet for a multitude of reasons that we are not currently aware of. But if you guys have nothing else to ask him, we can head back to the church.
Sure.
Alrighty. Food is consumed, and it is, as per usual, delicious. And we all head on back while this is flipping through some new books this time. He's got them stacked up to the point where it's actually difficult for him to read where he currently is, and actually knocks one over as you all come in, and everyone kind of looks up again, and he just kind of bows as if to say, oh, sorry, my apologies. You all walk on up while this gives you all a wave, as this is slightly more sensitive. He brings you all into the back room. And after he excuses himself from the front, he lets some of the other priests and such know, like, hey, watch and take care of things for the briefest of moments. I'll be right back. And as he does, I did not make this back room very large. Oh, well. We'll just stand on tables. It's perfectly fine.
I enjoy standing on tables.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm just going to sit on the table and swing my legs like a little girl, but all right.
Perfectly normal.
Yeah, Wallace and Bren, they head on in, locks the door, and after he shakes the amulet, Starburst jumps out and stretches his legs and goes, oh, God. Oh, I hate sitting in that thing for that long. Thank you, friend. And he looks over at Vega as if to say, like,
What, is this a negative aw?
I mean, you just did just ask you about his, love life.
Hey, if you want me to find you a friend, I can. Don't look at me like that.
I mean, how many unicorns do you know?
There's plenty of horses out there.
I don't know.
Mm.
I'm not a horse. I think I told you this last time.
You don't need a unicorn to have a little bit of fun, please.
I mean, fun is one thing, but listen, look at me. Vega, witness me in my entirety.
Yeah, you're beautiful.
Thank you.
Anyone would want to tap that.
Right. Have you spoke? This is obvious. This is knowledge that we all have. Have you ever spoken with a horse before?
I was just squinting at Vega right now, like, what did you just say?
Same.
You'd be the first talking horse, though.
I'm not a talking horse. I'm a unicorn.
All right, semantics. Get busy, Walden.
No, hold up. I feel like I need to establish this before we go forward. I guess we won't be working together, but horses don't talk, Vega. I don't know if you're aware of this or not.
I'm sure magic can solve that.
Probably. They're not
I mean,
too
they wouldn't be
wise,
horses
though.
anymore then.
Well, I mean, a temporary spell could probably let you speak to a horse, and some people can basically whisper to horses. Regardless, I'm not gonna, stick my wick in something that doesn't exactly have the brain capacity to understand what's going on, you know what I'm saying? Just thought I'd clear the air there.
I hate this.
All right, I understand.
Thank you.
I think I need to have a conversation with Vega about consent.
Remember, not a
Yeah.
horse. I'm not a horse. Very important. Brian's looking at Star was like, Sorry, I feel like I needed to get that off my chest. And he whips his hair out and just kind of poses and just waits for you guys to continue your conversation.
I mean, isn't talking about this technically a sin inside this? I don't know how
Probably.
churches work.
Waldus isn't religious. It's fine.
Waldus
I mean,
laughs.
honestly, being inside this place is still weird to me, but okay.
Waldus laughs at that and says, under the tutelage of some gods, yes, it might be somewhat of a sin, but for the most part, no. I mean, I'm sure you're quite aware that some gods don't just want us to copulate, but want us to do it frequently. So,
I can honestly say that I'm not much aware with gods, so,
it's perfectly fine. There are, quite a few. They're seen differently. It's complicated and such. But that is indeed my job. For you, though, your job. Bren had many nice things to say about you all. No test, no questionnaire or anything. We'll just lay it out flat for you. Bren here tells me that the three of you ran into a necromancer.
Yeah, real bastard.
Right, that is probably a word that we would use for him. this real bastard, as you put it, works for someone. We do not entirely know who this individual is, but they're causing problems. Major, major problems. I'm sure you're aware of how the whole life and death cycle works. Usually when things are dead, they stay dead. Most gods don't necessarily frown too much upon an individual using, let's say, a corpse for a weapon. Temporarily, of course. No soul is brought back. It's merely the body being reanimated. There are other ways to accomplish this, though. Unfortunately, it seems this individual has tapped into something they should not have, to put it lightly. We don't know what the something is, but we do know it needs to be stopped. We've sent Bren out multiple locations to get this done. Fortunately, your group ran across one of said locations before he was able to get there, so good job.
Pure luck.
All the same, the right people were at the right place at the right time. We do appreciate it. Who knows what could have happened had we let that fester for too long. This festering is precisely why we need your assistance. We believe that the issue has spread too far and for too long. We don't have enough agents, nor enough people we can necessarily tell this to or trust with either the knowledge or, let's just say some folk are lacking combat prowess. But the three of you escaped from one of these ordeals unscathed. It looks... Bren has nice things to say about you, so I believe the three of you are perfect for this job.
I'd get involved even if I wasn't, because it goes against my god.
Oh, perfect. And who do you serve?
The two.
Oh, well, unfortunately, they're not worshipped here, Vega.
I'm aware.
An old religion and all that. I'm sure you entirely know about that whole ordeal. But you keep worshipping. Don't you stop.
Don't patronize me, old man.
I was about to say, I'm not patronizing you. I am dead serious. I'm sorry if that sounded patronizing. I'm also not old.
Not yet.
I might be slightly older than you, Vega, but I'm not that much older. Damn.
I don't suppose anyone else has come around here asking about them.
Unfortunately, no. Maybe in the past, but recently, not so much. Some gods and religions do eventually die over time. No worshippers and all that. But, what? Are you a single worshipper? Your tribe? Or how's it work exactly? How did you discover them? They aren't exactly on the lips of most individuals.
My village is a long-term worshiper.
He raises his eyebrows and actually seems quite impressed at that. Yeah, if you survive this, when you survive this, you and I might have something to talk about.
You bet your ass I'm going to survive this.
Perfect. That's the exact attitude we need. The long and short of it is, we received a missive directly from the gods. This does not happen frequently, you understand. Many times, we go by the scriptures, the word they give us. We see something that is or is not, specifically things they do not exactly, we'll keep it simply, like. And we remove them. We believe this was a direct calling from Nesmir, Lo, and Abaddon. And, well, we're going to take it quite seriously. And as mentioned, we'd like to keep this behind closed doors, at least for now. Helping, go for it. Help as much as you would possibly like. But this information, well, he smiles as if he's like remembering something. This is quite the event, one might say. You don't normally hear directly from the gods, such as this. I was there to witness it as well. It was quite an event that might go down in history, one might say. All the same, this individual is out of control. Group of individuals. We're not entirely sure. If this necromancer you ran into works for them, they need to be stopped. This individual needs to be stopped. We don't precisely need to know why they're doing it, but they need to be removed, as does anyone following them. We have sent a few individuals out that, unfortunately, in our haste, fell to their side. I don't know if they're offering some form of power, or if they were killed and resurrected. But it has been said on the field of battle that various agents were seen fighting for the other side.
Probably both.
Yeah, truly a shame. I knew some of them. They were good individuals. Very, very, very good people that I've known for quite some time. It's truly a shame. But if they have joined the other, I don't believe there's any coming back. If you need to kill them, please do so.
Very well.
Other than that, Unfortunately, there's not much I can tell you, but do know that this is a mission directly from the gods. You are to head to Stone Crab, north of here. If you're not entirely sure where it is, I can mark it on your map for you. Bren is heading elsewhere, though. Like I said, we need to spread our net wide. I'd normally send the three of you to separate locations, but I don't believe that to be a very good idea. Bren will be heading off.
I don't work well alone, so no thanks.
That and we've heard rumors of hordes of enemies. You seem quite strong, Vega, but I don't see you taking on hundreds and hundreds of enemies, yes?
Only in my wildest daydreams.
Yeah, well, someday. You two also seem quite competent, and of course, the church will pay for whatever needs to be done. Of course, the individual at Stone Crab will pay you as well, so you need not worry about that. Upon the completion of your mission, simply come back here, and you shall be reimbursed.
Excellent. So, what exactly did the mission from the gods say?
He seemed as if he's daydreaming for a moment, just kind of looking past you. Sometimes they speak less in words and more in feeling. Let's just say this individual has done something damned. They have damned their soul, they have damned those they attempt to bring back. Necromancy on its own can be a tool. It can be used to heal, it can be used to wield weaponry, and while some individuals do not see kindly to this, bringing back the soul, the individual, that is an affront to the gods. Once your soul has been judged and has moved on to the afterlife, well, that is it. It is either incredibly difficult or impossible to bring the individual back once their soul has been judged. To our knowledge, at least from what we have been told, it is believed that these entities have something else to them. They're not mindless husks that shuffle forward. Some of them are, but the gods have told us otherwise. This is a knowledge that is, I wouldn't even say well guarded. It's something no one should have the ability to do. And as such, the gods reached out to me to reach out to you. Yes?
All right. I will accept the mission from these so-called gods, but just know that I do it in her name, not theirs.
He smirks. This is perfectly acceptable. He looks up as if to say, like, sorry. I'm sure Nesmir won't mind too much. After all, the two did reside over, I wouldn't say everything, but life and death, the cycle, correct?
It was everything.
Well, you'll have to tell me more about that, truly. There aren't many individuals that know quite as much. But yes, Nesmir is indeed her and her sub-deities. Well, they control life itself. So in the same sense, I'm not saying you're worshipping her, of course. By name, please continue to worship the two. I insist. But we're all fighting on the same side here.
That's fair. I suppose she could have been once upon a time a disciple of mine.
He gives a look as if to say, I'm not sure I'm going to comment on that, but all right.
All right. You guys ready?
I'm pretty sure poaching priests is a sin. Definitely.
It very much can be, yes. So, fortunately, Vega, were I to turn you against your will, well, the gods wouldn't appreciate that either. And if the two are still indeed moving about, doing their thing, I myself might be smited. So.
I'm gonna look a little uncomfortable at that because I'm a little jealous that any gods talk to Aldous since mine hasn't talked to me in forever.
No, it's fine. Plenty of time to talk to him when you're dead.
I guess that's true.
Well, and with this, do the three of you have any questions?
Where's Bren going?
Bren will be going elsewhere. Also north, but not to Stone Crab.
For the exact same issue?
Correct. The problem is we don't know where this individual is located, where they are precisely.
You mean the leader, right?
Correct. And their underlings. So I'm not entirely sure. Vega, Kane, Obelisk, Flint, as he waves to the boy in the back. I don't know if I'm sending your group to their leader or if I'm sending Bren to their leader. Like I said, wide net. We need to get as much done as humanly possible.
Does Bren look nervous at all?
No.
Damn, that confident. All right, let's head out.
Does Kane or Obelisk have anything they wish to address before leaving?
Not really.
No.
Alrighty. Seeing as you're all on board, Waldus smiles very widely at you all. Perfect. I'd say you wouldn't believe, but you would. Many people have actually turned down this request. For the obvious reason of the bit of information I don't need to include, of course your lives will be on the line. Pray you do not fall to any of the underlings or, I guess, anywhere near the practitioner. I cannot promise the safety of your soul. I need to be clear about this. But you all seem on board.
I think my soul is safe enough, honestly.
Good, good. I do sense something about you, Obelisk. I can't pin it precisely, but the three of you seem like good people.
I don't suppose you recognize those tattoos on him.
Tattoos?
I doubt it.
Oh.
I'll flip my hair.
He leans forward a bit, and Waldus kind of gives you a look over, narrows his eyes and nods, says, "Where did you get those tattoos?"
Well, as far as I know, I was born with them, but...
Amnesia.
Ah,
I mean, they're definitely part of me, though. When I get cut or anything, they don't disappear.
well, I might know where they originate from, but I can't say I'm familiar with the area.
I get that much information myself, yeah.
No.
I still don't know what they are, though, but they do seem to have something to do with the reason I'm here, I guess.
That I cannot help, but fret not, Obelisk. You mentioned that you've died before. Were you being serious?
Yeah.
Well,
Are you familiar with Duskwalkers?
he smiles. I am, yes.
Yes, apparently I am one of those. I was sent back for a reason.
Interesting.
And I think, well, pointing at Vega, I think she is the reason, or at least what she's doing right now. What you are doing right now.
This might be. I sense something, a drive within you, Obelisk. I cannot place it precisely, but you feel as if you've been touched by the gods in some way, as if, yes, you are indeed on some holy mission or some journey. If this was the reason for you being brought back, then, well, welcome home, I guess.
Maybe. Well, that's what I'm here to find out.
Who can say? But other than that, that's essentially all I have for you.
Wait, one more.
Yes.
I'm going to pull up the crest.
I knew that was coming.
Do you know this crest?
Not that I can say big, unfortunately. My histories reside almost purely in the religions.
Damn it. I'll tuck it away.
I see no gods in that, but...
I mean, that crosses off something off the list. Narrowing down the search.
I'm sure you'll find answers to your questions soon enough. One other thing, if you happen to see anyone else on the road, do help them. We've heard there have been roamers and seekers and such from
Already doing it.
Perfect, absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
There are 2 or so groups that were sent just ahead of you. One left earlier this morning, and one left the day prior. They're bringing materials and such to Stonecrab. I'm sure you can understand, with things being as bad as they are up there, well, they need resources. We're doing the best we can here in Haydale, but there's obviously only so much we can help with.
Wait, are there still people sticking it out in the town?
Yes, Stonecrab is quite large. They can't just leave.
Oh, all right.
You'll see when you get there. Alrighty, and with that, well, this kind of gives you all like a goodie bag, effectively, just rations and things of that nature. You mentioned you already have horses, so it's like sweet. Y'all are good there. No need to rent anything. They'd pay for it if they needed to. But our horses are set and good to go. Your group moves on over to the edge of town, and as they do, Bren mounts up on the boy, the lad, Starburst. And he looks to your group. Well then. Feels strange that we haven't seen each other in so long, and we're splitting parts again.
That's what God's work does.
Nature of the job, yeah.
Precisely. I do trust the 3 of you, though. I'll buy you all a drink if I ever head down to Stonecrab. I hear things are pretty bad there. After I get done what I need to, hopefully if I can find this ne'er-do-well, we can finish things off early. If not,
Hopefully.
Oh well. We'll see how things go. It is a tireless job. And he nods, turns about, and gives you all a wave.
Bye. Bye, not horse.
Whips his hair at you. Precisely. Unicorn. Thank you. Alrighty. And as your group heads outward and onward, we hit the road from Haydale to Stonecrab. And for the most part, the road is quite straightforward. There aren't really any crazy twists and turns. We're still in a very well-loved part of...
This is a sexy map.
It is quite nice, yes. I spent time organizing my maps between work, and then I got a lot of work. So I haven't even had time to open Foundry, which is getting a little ridiculous. So fun. Gotta love it. And mounted up on your horses, Flint rides along beside you all. And as with going from Torello to Haydell, heading to Stonecrab is another day or so on the road. Still heading northward. As we do, we don't necessarily see anything too crazy that sticks out to us. You see various travelers that are actually coming the opposite direction for the exact same reason. It's one or two people, nothing more than that. Basically, too much shit. Gotta leave. Moving further northward, though, we start coming up to rockier pastures. Still within the woods, but the cold begins to slowly slink on in. And up ahead...
Is the cold normal for these locations?
It is. We're slowly moving northward, and fall is upon us. So, as it gets darker, the cold is quite natural. As you move onward, though, you see up ahead a carriage that looks like it's been, well, not entirely destroyed, but very much knocked over.
Hey, any survivors?
As you call out, hey, any survivors? Your horse stops, but you still hear a sound. As you pause to look about, you hear somewhat of a scratching and a knocking.
A rapping, a tapping at the chamber door.
Indeed, as one does. Pausing for a moment, you realize, there's no animals. Not that you can hear, at least.
No animals?
No animals.
So no birds?
No birds, no, nothing. It seems completely silent for whatever reason. But you do indeed hear a scratching. Could the three of you roll me perception, please and thank you. As you begin to look around, Vega, you can determine that the sound, at least the initial sort of scratching, maybe when you called out, is coming from inside this carriage. Kane, you see just beyond the carriage, very difficult to see. But there is another individual that is like leaned up against a box. You almost didn't see them because there's so much shit that's just spread out. They're also kind of close-ish, I guess, to one of the trees. Not fallen, but all the same. This person does not look okay. I'll be entirely blunt. And then Arbalist, yeah, you don't necessarily see someone hiding, but you see someone basically standing in broad daylight, looking very similar to the one that was hiding. And this individual is near the bush. They look like they're trying to walk towards you guys, and you hear and see them almost at the exact same time, Arbalist, as this thing sort of begins to move on forward. You're not sure if they've seen you, but these things do not mean anyone here. Well, I guess they do mean to hug you, but not in the way that you want to be hugged.
I'll pass on the hugs.
Yes. You hear a whimpering now after these two beings on the outside shift about and start looking around. You hear a whimpering coming from the caravan.
Is the whimpering alive?
Yes, it doesn't sound like a dead whimpering. It sounds like a holy shit, I'm scared whimpering.
All right, whoever is still alive in that carriage, don't make a sound.
You call that out?
Yeah.
All right, as you call that out very loudly, suddenly the two individuals look straight towards you, Vega. Are you guys leaving your horses behind?
Yes, I jump off my horse.
Yeah,
Okay.
at this point.
There we go. I will leave a token for a horse where we leave the horses behind. They're back here. That's really goofy looking. That's kind of... It's hanging.
Get back in your token.
He's hanging out of the bottom of the token. It looks really funny. Riding horse gives no shits. How dare you? He does everything he pleases.
Why is the horse stuck in a hole?
I know, right? He's teleporting, he's traveling. As you look forward, these things hiss loudly and begin to shuffle towards your group. Please roll me the d20s of damage. Thank you very much.
Damage?
Maybe I want to do my fancy thing.
You may do your fancy thing and fail horribly. What is your...
Hey, look, it's great.
Hey!
So I didn't realize my initiative went up. My initiative would be 8 now.
Oh, a whole 8.
Yep.
Well, congratulations, sir.
I beat one of them.
You beat what? You did. One roll of 5. That's not great at all. Alrighty. As they begin to shuffle forward, you can't precisely see them, but part of you thinks maybe I don't want to. Arbalist, despite not seeing the hidden ones, you're able to scope out the general area faster than everyone else. Flint moves in position, as does Vega. What do you do, good sir?
Which one are you going for, Vega?
Which side of the carriage did I hear the whimpering from?
It's coming from the center of the carriage, you can tell. There's an opening in the front and the back of the carriage. It looks like it's been roughed up a bit, so if there were doors or anything stopping for people getting in, that's long gone now.
Can I see the body that's sitting against one of the crates from where I am?
Easily, yes.
Does it look like it might get up again?
It's shuffling towards you currently.
I think I'm going to go for the one on the right.
Then I'm going to send Flint there to help you.
Perfect, yeah. Technically, him moving there reduces the thing's AC by 2, so...
Yeah.
Movement to reduce AC by 2, that's really good.
And can I see the other one?
Oh, yeah.
Here?
No cover at all.
Then I'm going to hunt prey that guy and then shoot the guy.
Oh, no.
Is that
a critical hit?
I think it is.
I do think it is, my friend. Please roll me some damage.
Wow.
Well, when you roll a 2 and a 1 and then double it, you don't get big numbers. It's all right. Don't worry.
Sadly.
It's okay. Your arrow goes soaring and sticks this thing in the chest.
It hits too hard. It goes straight through him.
Yeah, exactly. You hear a very wet, sloughing sound as it does indeed shoot directly through it.
I thought it was a good
Gross.
shot. Oh well.
It was a good shot. Unfortunately, this thing is just in a... Yeah. Not the best. And as you fire off, it does indeed begin to shuffle in your general direction. It will do that 2 times. And these boys are permanently slowed, so that's all it can do. It charges towards you, Arbalest. Now that it's closer, Vega, Kane, and Arbalest, you can all see it much better, and it is not great to look at, one might say.
Isn't that cute?
It's very cute. There are cysts bubbling off this thing's body. You're not entirely sure how it's holding itself together, but all the same, it charges for you. In these various bubbles and, I guess, bits that are kind of falling off of its body, by the way, Vega, you are indeed up next. You can almost see other faces, and it looks... what you need to see while eating. You're welcome.
These things aren't going to explode, are they?
You're not entirely sure. That's what recall knowledge is for.
I'm 10 feet away. I can reach, right?
Yeah, you have, yeah.
I'm not sure if this counts as flanking for me, technically.
I can't intimidate a zombie, right?
You probably can.
Traditionally, if it has the mental trait, no, which it does. But you can tell this by either looking at it or, once again, recall knowledge check. I will say the last ones, you could not.
No.
They were immune to mental.
I'll just go straight for the trip then.
Oh, how rude. Holy mother of God.
All right.
Critical trip knocks them prone, and they take 1d6 damage.
One of the cysts like pops.
1.
All right,
That's the damage.
It gets all over you.
Yeah, it messily slaps to the ground, and you can hear it kind of groan as it turns its attention away from the dog and now towards you, Vega.
And stab. And I got a little grossed out by all the splats.
And as you strike out Vega, you see to the north, something else was standing at the top of the hill. It looks down toward you. This one looks different. It looks larger. Maybe a little more aware of its surroundings. Very difficult to tell.
I will shout out, hey guys, 12 o'clock. My 12 year too.
Good to know.
From where you are, you can maybe just barely see it, but...
I can see like a hand.
Yeah, not entirely sure. Vega, your attention is drawn towards this thing as it just careens itself towards you at an absurd speed. It is not running, though. This thing moves forward 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, and it's not moving. I guess close your eyes and something really gross, but this one's pretty gnarly. Love it. It is
nice.
Yeah. Looking closer upon this one, you see a very, very obvious face grafted onto its shoulder that almost looks like armor in a way. It's a skull with a thin layer of skin, very bestial in shape. And these faces kind of move down its arm in a segmented way, very much like it were armored. Only on one arm, though.
Hey, look, Kane, that one also has inside ropes.
And you notice as this one just flings itself forward, it moves in, and using the momentum, it continues forward, and its fist goes flying at you, Vega, critically striking. As it sticks you right across the face. Its odd way of moving seems as if the body is moving independent to the actual movements itself. And as it kind of pulls back, you can see various worms crawling in and out of the cuts and gashes on this thing's body. And you can hear a wet, slurping, squelching sound as it kind of sways, almost as if it's a bag full of worms moving towards you.
Thank you, Bunny.
You are welcome. Kane, you can now see this husk that is shuffled towards Vega. Just beyond it, you see a regular lad, and standing next to Arbalest, you see another one. I say regular, but yeah.
I think I'll just start blasting that one. He'll be fine. We don't need to worry about anything and just kill it.
Right.
Right.
I'm going to use all my actions to just Scorching Ray it to death.
Excellent.
And miss.
I mean, you can roll twice.
And reroll.
And then crit.
Nice.
Damage. That
Nice.
didn't roll crit damage, but it's fine. So, that
So
would
God
be
will hit double.
Just
30.
double that. 30.
And one more. 14.
Woo!
Oh,
44 damage.
Have fun, everyone else.
That's some spicy damage you just dropped out real quick. Okay. As you strike this thing, its body just moves and sways in a very disturbing way, and its attentions are spread. It's not entirely sure where that damage came from, but after it explodes, you see just like a chunk of its shoulder slough off to the side, and it doesn't even bother picking up its arm in which it was struck. Worms begin to pour out of that hole, and it continues focusing on Vega. But as this happens, Vega, you can see at the corner of your left eye the two individuals that were inside this cart, and you actually see them begin to move slowly away. They basically crawl to the back entrance. They like catch eyes with you, Vega, as they say, "Holy shit!" They can feel the heat from that like quick explosion fire that came from Kane, and this thing currently is focused on you.
I'm going to yell just to keep it focused on me. Be slow, stay quiet, or it'll see you.
I don't know what that means. So this one back here is going to stand up with its first action, and with its second action, it's going to Falcon Punch the dog.
How dare.
Rude.
How dare... God, there's so many secrets to this. Alrighty. As it does that very thing, it smacks Flint across the snoot. Good little boy, Flint, if you could go ahead and make me a fortitude save.
A 9 is good, right?
Sure. Flint is struck by this, and despite him not taking very much damage, you can see Vega from here. He doesn't look so good. Not awful, but it looks as if that blow did a little something more than just a smack across the snoot. Top of the order, these two individuals would start climbing as you shout out to them. Arbalest, you can see that one larger one has moved down, but Kane's blast did some serious damage. You got a boy in front of you, what do you do?
First, I'm going to send my dog to help with the big guy, I guess. Move him here. And was my support action everything around me? I think it was. Start of next turn, each time you hit a creature in the hyena's reach. Yeah, okay.
Hell yeah.
Action number 2 is going to be, I don't know. I want to recall knowledge about these guys, I guess.
Sure, which one specifically?
I was going to do the big one, but the smaller ones just poisoned my dog, I think, so I'm going to do the smaller ones.
All right, roll me religion.
Ah, nice. I mean, how high can DC be? Let's just roll. Let's see what happens.
Higher than 10, unfortunately.
Yes, a 10. So I assume I learned nothing.
I can tell you they seem to be weak to something, and this weakness is very exploitable if you can figure it out. That's all I can tell you.
All right. I'm going to bash them with my stock, I guess, because that's the only thing I can do.
Nice! With the quick slap across this thing's face, you learn that it's not indeed weak to bludgeoning or precision, but all the same, a nice solid blow. It doesn't seem too bothered by you having done this, but more so focused on giving you a smack, which, hey, you can do right now.
Fight me, bitch?
So first, it's
Question
going to try to fight you, bitch. Let's see.
Wow, that doesn't hit. Oh, wait, it does. Never mind.
It does indeed hit. Jumping forward, it's going to attempt to give you a nice, wonderful smack. And good sir, go ahead and roll me a fortitude save.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, a 10 is not enough. Unbeknownst to Flint, you are now feeling as weird as the boy. All right, and then for his second action, since I struck you with a melee, I'll use the other action to grab you. Boop. So this thing leaps out at you after you whack it across the face with the butt of your revolver rifle business you got going on here? Crossbow, yeah, I don't know what the hell I'm saying. And it grabs onto your shoulders and starts to pull you towards it, its jaw unhinging. You can smell an absolutely awful stink begin to flow out towards you. Vega, you got some bad shit going on here. What you doing?
I rage.
Do it.
Kill it. Kill it.
I'm working on it.
It must
Make
be
sure I
destroyed.
toggle my damage on.
Oh yeah, good question. Are you toggling negative or positive?
Oh.
So you know for a fact, without having to roll anything, that undead are very much not immune to negative damage, but they basically are negative damage.
I will toggle positive damage.
I was gonna say what?
Negative damage. Let's heal them.
You know negative damage do
No.
nothing. All right, then I do negative damage. Beautiful.
Luckily, it also won't heal them. They're just immune to it.
Yeah, very, very much the same as angels and such. Don't do good damage against them.
Let's see. So, does this creature look like I can knock him over?
I can't tell you mechanical things unless you roll something.
I will try to trip him.
Is there an advantage for you tripping him?
So currently,
In
you
this
don't.
case?
Yeah, currently you don't have to trip him because he's
Oh,
flanked.
because flanked? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. In that case, I'll just straight up swack.
Now the plus side is he loses an action standing up, which is awful, but
True.
smacking is good stuff.
And if you hit, he's also frightened now.
That's a lot of stuff we got going on there. All right.
Ooh, do you see that +3 friendly damage?
Yeah, friendly damage? Hopefully not friendly. +3 positive
Friendly
damage. As you give this thing a whomp, Vega, you very quickly
they're
realize it is.
Renaming it to holy damage, actually.
They're renamed to something different, yeah. Because positive damage sounds weird, negative damage sounds weird, but they're giving it a new name. Regardless, you whomp this thing, Vega, and the holy light surging through your weapon seems to react to this thing, and you hear it like sparking off. You would have done 14 damage, but instead, you do 24 damage.
Sweet.
Now, you get the feeling that what you did is not only just from your extra positive boon. All right, following up the second blow, tell me how you fell this bag-filled this worm child.
I think I just slice him in half.
All right, already missing one arm, singed horribly. You just
Release the worm.
You just release the worms, yeah, right down the center of their head. They are way softer and unfortunately full of nothing. Your blade slides through them with so much ease. It's a little disturbing, but it burns the whole way down, cutting all the worms in half and searing them right at their points. And this whole thing just, it can't even fall in half. It's in so many pieces, it just sloughs to the floor as one whole unit. You can't even tell what it is you just struck.
Nasty.
It's dead as shit, though. And as you do that, you see worms trying to crawl away, but you know they are no longer of any threat to you. And as this thing is closest to Dog, it's just going to continue to attack Dog. Leaping towards Dog, it will go with a punch. And then for its second action, it's going to do the same thing.
Wait, why is it going before Kane?
Oh, shit. Yeah, sorry. Kane, your turn. My bad.
Wow.
I saw the light.
Wow.
I got juked by the light.
It's fine. I'm not here. I don't really have a whole lot, so I'm just gonna blast this boy. I don't want to waste too much on small boys. Blast in time.
Hell yeah. Ooh, nice. 11. right.
Nice on, boy.
It does not seem weak to ice, but assisting in this way, very much helpful. You have an extra action. Do you want to do anything with that?
How is your religion?
I mean, I can move over here, possibly get hit in the face, but give flanking.
Yeah, you can
I
do
guess.
I'm not
Team
sure if it
player.
is flanking, actually. If
Yeah.
I use a range attack.
You have an enemy on their side, you get flanking. Sorry, an ally.
If I'm ranged, though?
Yeah, attacks and attacks.
It's within 5 feet, isn't it?
Yeah, he can use spells within melee range. It's not a good idea if they have attacks of opportunity, but he very much can.
True.
All right. I guess fast forwarding, rewinding. My zombie's gonna do the thing it did from last round. Jump at Flint and grab onto him. I don't know where you grab a dog. That's not super awkward. So like by the side, I guess. And it like leaned forward, almost proning itself, trying to grab onto Flint. Unfortunately, succeeding. And by this point, a lot of dead shit, a lot of screaming, a lot of grabbing. These two folk are going to jump out of the back, and they're going to start moving northward.
Mm.
Hey, you don't want too far. There might be more up that way.
They look very much panicked right now. Arbalest, what do you do?
Realizing we have holy water, it's fine.
Oh.
We don't need that.
I think
Surely
we need
not.
it for a bigger boy anyway.
Yeah, true. Actually, can I attack and use my hyena support in the same turn? I'm not sure.
Are you using the support on this remaining dude here?
Yes.
Okay, and then for his second action, what are you doing?
I can either move him behind him so that Vega can do their thing.
Oh, you can't move, you're grappled.
True. I can't move, so I'm gonna have to just attack, I guess. He bites into one of the cysts. Ugh.
Excellent, you got a mouthful of juice.
He tries to avoid one of the cysts for 8 damage.
Excellent.
Now it's my turn.
Dost thou cast bonk and or shoot?
I mean, if I shoot, I need to reload first, and I think I need to roll for that because I'm grappled. Because that is a manipulate action, right?
You need to beat a 5, though, I think?
Still, it's not worth it. I do the same damage with my stock, I'm pretty sure, so.
Get to slapping.
And I can slap twice, technically.
Do you get the precision damage from a melee attack?
Yeah, any
Nice.
attack.
Nice.
As long as they are my hunt prey. Thanks to the flanking, I bet.
Thanks to flank. Yeah, that's helping a lot. Nice.
Again, 10 damage. And now -5 map, let's go.
Unfortunately, the 2 says nigh. No attack.
It's ye older rolling a 2.
Exactly. At that point, modifiers unfortunately do not matter.
I mean, honestly, I've been rolling really low. It's fine.
You have? It's a good thing you guys are flanking and doing other things. So that is helping quite a bit, actually. So good job.
If only my one singular crit hadn't been trash damage.
Yeah, no, right. Your other one's like 30.
Yeah.
It's all good.
And that's it.
Alrighty.
Could be a lot, but I don't wanna.
This lad that has grabbed you now has access to a new ability because you are grabbed. It will lean forward and attempt to take a bite out of you because you just look so damn delicious. Missing.
No.
Not great for him. Well, he's really hungry, so I'm gonna try again. Nice. Oh,
No.
lucky duck. All right. 2 times the creature leans into you, Arbalest, after you have been grappled, and it's trying to bite, and get at you. But you're able to kind of whack it with the butt of your weapon and kind of move off to the side. Unfortunately, both times it misses. You're trying to trip him from a distance?
Yeah.
How mean. You succeed.
It's not mean. I can do it.
You can do it. You can also hit from a distance. Nice. And you do indeed do that very thing.
And now he has frightened.
Alrighty. As with the last, you hit again. All right. Well, you know what?
I mean, I'm pretty sure he was already dead with 34 damage, right?
No, he was only near dead.
Nope, he was near dead. These things have a shit ton of health. Not that it matters, because once again, Vega, they seem strangely weak to both your positive and slashing damage.
No, yes, the 1 damage type I can't do.
And as you move in to dispatch this thing, it's everything. It's feared and proned and etc. All that bad shit. Flint is now free, though, as you sever this thing's arms from grabbing Poochum. Kane, 1 seems to remain. What do you do?
I can cast spells here, right?
Yeah, of course. It's also flanked.
I'm sure there's a piece of wood or something just laying around.
Oh, I mean
unless this corpse is a fighter and has a reaction.
Yeah,
I doubt it, though.
If he has attack opportunity, you might be screwed, but...
Throw a piece of wood into the side of his head or something.
Sure. We have a broken carriage over yonder.
Just launch the horse into him.
Yeah, that would have a +2 because flank. It doesn't take that into account because it's a spell, but you would normally have it. Which would bring that attack to a 23, meaning that is actually a crit dead on because you're flanking.
Oh.
Congratulations!
20 damage.
Double damage!
Can you say what kind of damage it is with telekinetic pressure?
Yep, so you pick the item.
Depends on the object.
And then if it's like a blunt piece of something, it's bludgeoning. If it's like a spear,
go
then
for
it's...
something slashing.
Oh yeah, there's actually...
Or is that metagaming?
No, it's not metagaming. Well, yeah, it's metagaming because you didn't see Vega do it. If Vega shouted it out, which she could do as a free action, then yes, that would be fine. But yes, normally you could say I pick up a thing, I slash. Regardless, it's a crit, so its dead is all tits. And you just slice this thing in twain from behind. The shoulder is severed and it starts to fall. As it does, Arbalest, you're able to shake it free and get it off you, and you stick it in the throat as it kind of and just falls down to the floor, dead.
I hate it there.
Are they still running?
At the end of Kane's turn, they still are indeed moving northward. Do you say anything to them?
Yeah, I'll shout, hey, get back here! Turn around!
You shout, and they pause for a moment, looking at your group, seeing that you've felled all these things. They're looking towards you, and they kind of put their hands up. You screamed very aggressively at them. as if to say, don't hurt us.
What happened here?
We were attacked. Can't you see?
I mean,
by
that is
these
obvious.
things?
She nods. They both take a step forward, and then they point carefully past you, Vega, and you can see in the bushes just up ahead, there's someone that's dressed very similarly to them, but their insides have been torn out and their intestines are almost trailed through the bush. You can see multiple bites have been taken out of this individual.
Wait, were you attacked by him?
We were attacked by the things you just killed.
So who's that guy? Your driver?
It was one of them, yes.
Wait, how many of you are there?
4.
Where's the fourth one?
We don't know. He ran away.
In which direction?
We were panicked. Did you see where he went? The guy behind Nas says, no, I didn't see. Things happened so quickly. We crashed into something, and then they were upon us in a moment. We've been hiding in that carriage for a while, waiting for them to leave, and they just stood there. We think some left and probably chased after him.
Can I tell what they crashed on?
Looking at one of the corpses, you can see that its middle half very much looks like it was caved in. And you can see...
So they rolled it over?
Yeah, it looks like it. And you can actually see under the carriage, now that you're closer, it looks like they straight up did run one over, and it's under the carriage, straight up dead. It's punctured and pierced by a bunch of broken wood.
Hey, Gratz, you killed one. Is the carriage salvageable?
Maybe. You need some woodworking or something, but it's knocked over, so heavy, and it's not in pieces. It can still definitely go, but one of the wheels looks borked.
Where are you guys going?
We were heading north to Stone Crab.
Good, that's where we're going.
Oh.
Are these the supplies that we were told would be delivered to Stone Crab?
As you're looking over them, yeah, it looks like it.
Shit. And I unrage. That disappointment.
No more angry.
You're all headed the same direction?
Yeah, we're here to help.
Oh, they look over at your
You must
horses.
be one of the two that was sent on ahead.
They both nod.
All right, well, I guess we'll have to see. Okay, you said the wheels are look like they function?
All 3 of... Oh my god, holy shit!
Do you think they healed them?
Oh my god, 29?
No, definitely not.
All right,
Love heightening.
your boy is feeling better.
Yes, I need to check him for whatever the hell the thing did to us, then.
Indeed, both of you feel...
Assuming we're still feeling whatever it did to us.
something deep down feels off. Definitely not great.
Yeah, I'll check out the wagon in a bit, so I need to check out something else first. I'm not feeling all too good.
So you attempt to heal Flint, but as you do, something... It seems to partially work, but not as much as it should have worked. He looks fine, but you can feel as if your magics didn't work to their fullest extent. And you can tell your boy is still both injured and somewhat winded.
Was it like magically suppressed, or do I think that like normal medicine checks would also not work?
So you can go ahead and do a medicine check on him to see like what's going on as Vega's chit-chatting with these other folk here. Alrighty, you
What
can
is wrong
tell
with my dog?
one of these things must have scratched Flint. You can see near his neck, some of his fur has been torn, and he's bleeding a little. And there's a very slight sour smell coming from the cut, you can see. Whatever this is, whatever he was infected by, is suppressing the healing.
Any way to get rid of it, or is it like a disease kind of thing, or is it more of a
It feels...
spell, I guess?
Yeah, it definitely doesn't feel magic. It feels somewhat disease-esque. Currently, you do know that these progress slowly, but from what you can tell, he'll need rest. He'll definitely need rest for it to go away. Someone that's specialized in treating diseases can probably remove it, but if you don't have that, then realistically, you just know rest.
Wait,
and
so doesn't Arbalest need it too? Because he also got scratched.
yes,
Yes.
you have the same scratch he does.
I mean, treating disease is a thing, right? I'm not sure how it works.
Treat disease is downtime. You need healer's tools. You spend 8 hours caring for a diseased creature. You can attempt a medicine check against the disease DC. After you attempt a trained disease for the creature, you can't try again until their next save against the disease. If you
Yeah, that makes
succeed,
sense.
if you succeed, they get a +2 bonus against the throw. So it takes 8 hours to care for them.
Well, we'll have to deal with that when we get some rest.
So with that 24, you realize that you're suffering from the same thing that Flint is.
Well, looks like those things infected us with something, so we're gonna have to take some time healing, I guess. Let me check this wagon out.
As you're looking about, are you looking for anything in particular?
I'm just going to do a crafting check to like find out if I can fix it, I guess.
The wheel you should be able to fix. It seems to be just wood, and fortunately there are enough materials here that have, yes, gotten knocked off, but are still indeed usable. They're not destroyed or anything. That should, if given the proper time, allow you to fix this.
All right, well, we're kind of obligated to fix this cart,
Yeah,
so...
I mean, and I can add my woodworking specialty for this one. Look, an average 15.
I heard an from Kane. Do you have anything that can assist?
I mean, I could just help him with the crafting roll, try and give him a +1, I guess.
Okay.
I only have a +4 on mine, but we'll see. Hopefully I don't make it worse.
Go ahead and give it a shot. Hey, there we go. 16. Perfect. Okay. That will indeed bring his crafting up to a 16 then. And working together, these two individuals were just here basically to transport goods. They don't know how to help fix this whatsoever. They were basically, well, they're their host, honestly. They can walk. The horse is gone. Dude's dead. They're surrounded by other dead things. There's not much they can do. So, with the two of you helping, you can most definitely get this thing fixed. It'll just take a while. But you know you can 100% fix it.
Do you want to attempt to find the other guy that ran away, or?
Do you want me to do that while you guys are fixing it?
I'm not sure how long ago he ran away, but like if it was 15 minutes ago, fine. But if it was like an hour ago, yeah, probably wasted effort.
As you ask them, they kind of look back and forth to think about how long it's been, and they sort of come to the conclusion that, yeah, it's been a while. We've been waiting here for about half an hour, maybe even longer. Just waiting for these things to walk away, and they just wouldn't.
Oh, all right,
He's probably gone then.
He's on his own then.
I mean, you can probably like do a quick look around, see if like he got caught 15 feet from here or something.
Would it be better for me to stay behind for like heavy lifting and send Flint, or should I just go?
Realistically,
I mean, with a roll scan, and I already got this down, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, they have it down. They don't necessarily need your help.
All right, I'll go see if I can find the missing dude.
Sure. Go ahead and roll me a survival check, basically, to look through the wilderness to, well, find the missing dude. Not great.
I get lost in my search for him.
I mean, 5's pretty rough. Not spicy at all. Not very cash money of you, Vega.
I mean, no, it is spicy, but the bad kind of spice.
Bad spice, yeah.
She falls off one of these cliffs.
You spend some time looking, Vega, and they spend some time fixing up the wheel. You lose track of time just a wee bit and realize the sun is starting to go down. As you turn about to return back to, well, not even camp, but back to where you guys came from, you do realize for a moment that you might be lost, just possibly, and you definitely didn't find this guy. There was a trail, it led off, and he must have fallen or tripped or rolled down one of these side hills, but as you're looking around, he could have gone in so many different directions that you know it's not worth it anymore. And it's probably in your best interest to turn around now.
I will attempt to do that.
As you do that, it's going to unfortunately take you a bit longer to come back, and you're going to get here definitely by sundown. Arbalist and Kane will have spent some hours here already trying to fix this wheel. The two that are still alive, they're doing their absolute best to help you. They're doing anything they can to assist. And it's been maybe 3-4 hours. And by this point, Vega, you do indeed return. The wheel's mostly fixed for the most part. We just need some strength. A couple of people to just rock this thing back without breaking, another wheel.
I mean, that's me.
Yeah. Other than that, they've been stacking boxes and such and trying to get everything in order. So, looking at your group, they look at you, Vega, and check back to each other and say, "Did you have problems getting your way back here?"
Nope.
Oh, you spent a while looking for him. Okay. Did you find him?
Nope.
Oh, shame. Oh, well. We appreciate you looking.
Yeah, maybe he'll turn up.
And as they're getting all that done, you see that this area has been mostly cleaned up, Vega. Realistically, we just need your strength plus, everyone else to rock this thing back on over.
All right, done. Do I need to rage for it?
No, you're good. Realistically, with everyone's combined forces, the 5 of you, plus Flint using his dog powers, so 6, you guys are able to, and realistically, you have some horses, so you can, utilize them as well. As long as they're not, fighting something. You're able to...
Good point.
Yeah, you're able to whip this thing back into shape. Realistically, as the horses are trained, you can tie them to this thing here because it can't move on its own. So the horses can actually also help with this if you want.
Yes. And then we can all sit in the carriage.
Is that what we're gonna do?
And totally not get ambushed.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I mean, these horses can pull the carriage, right?
Yeah, they should be able to.
do you want to ride the horses as they pull the carriage?
Well, we have 3 horses. I'm assuming it's a carriage made for 2 or 1.
For 2.
Usually two, yeah.
Then, yeah, one of us should probably ride a horse.
It's not me.
I'll do it. In fact, I think I'll scout ahead for any potential zombie.
I'll be sitting in the carriage doing medicine checks.
Perfect. Fortunately, we're not too far away from Stone Crab where we are now, and we head on forward. It's been a very long day, so realistically, resting in the back portion here is probably in our best interests. We can definitely stay up a bit later. I don't know if there's like exhaustion rules or anything, but you're definitely more than welcome to assist Flint with his next save if you want, Arbalist.
I think it's if you stay up for more than like 32 hours, you get exhaustion.
Yeah, it's some really, really long time, which won't really affect you because we got to get our boy good, all fixed up. So now that we know what the problem is, I'm actually going to say let's go ahead and use that 24 medicine check for treat disease as well, having basically known what it is, because you rolled so well. You rolled really, 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 really well.
Sure.
So that'll give the boy a +2 against his next save. So go ahead and have, by the time
Can
we...
Kane give me one as well, because I'm also half dead?
What do you mean? You're fine.
Give me 8 hours of care, please. Loving care,
Fine.
specifically.
If you don't mind staying up, go ahead and do me a
Yeah,
medicine check,
baby.
Kane. So, unfortunately, Kane is not able to help you with a 16. It's too low. But Flint, now is the moment. Go ahead and give him a roll with a +2 from the treat disease. Oh, and all of you can add a hero point for 2 hero points. Sorry, for both helping these people. Neither of them died, and you fixed the carriage.
I was gonna say I'll just re-roll this with a hero point, and then I guess I'll just add it back. All right, it doesn't matter. It got
Dope.
worse.
Hell yeah. So we'll keep the 16 because critical failures are no es bueno.
Oh, you'll be fine, demon.
Holy shit. Alrighty. Fortunately, the disease is only in stage 1 for Flint. So you can tell, after having treated him, it's all up to Flint now. And as the day rolls over, it's been plenty of time traveling because it took you 8 hours to check the boy out. He looks much better. He's got light back in his eyes. He's not panting quite as much. He looks much, much healthier.
I need to roll for myself as well, right?
Indeed, yes.
Hmm.
Would you like to re-roll that?
Sure, why not? Slightly better. Not sure if it's enough though.
Slightly better, but unfortunately, still not enough. So Flint is in the clear. Realistically, we have enough time that I won't make you recast that spell. I'll just heal him to full, assuming you're going to cure companion and refocus.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I won't have you go through the motions because there's no chance of failure there. For you, though, unfortunately, things get slightly worse. At the end of the day, you feel as if your body's trying to get better, and you're like right on the edge, but it doesn't. And not only do you not heal from it, you feel yourself getting slightly worse.
There goes my max HP.
We'll fix you up eventually.
I mean, if I don't, I'm pretty sure I'd turn into a zombie if I die from this, right?
There are some that end that way, yes. Most assuredly, not great.
Well, let's just hope I fix myself by then. I can't keep rolling 2s all day, right, Shirley?
Don't say that.
Has never happened before.
Never.
Right?
Never in the history of Evers.
I totally haven't rolled a 4, a 3, and a 2 in a row, right?
No. Alrighty, and by this point, we're mostly feeling better. And Stone Crab is just up ahead of where we are currently located. In terms of, I can't get that fire to come off you, Vegas. So you're just going to be on fire all the time for now?
I mean, it looks cool. I'm cool with this.
Yeah, it looks dope. I'm going to have to figure it out. Unfortunately, I think you double raged on accident. So I gave it to you 2 times. And the game's like, dope. How about we just like super rage? So you look awesome. Congratulations.
Maybe if I drink some holy water, I'll feel better.
Alrighty, this map is absolutely ginormous. We'll poke at it more next week.
Why did this one load instantly, though?
I have no idea, because this is absolutely one of the biggest maps I've ever seen. It is freaking huge. Like, disturbingly so. I love it. I don't have any massive maps. This was one of them, but my god, it's super cool looking. Make sure each of you added 2 hero points from that last thing, and of course, if you used it, perfectly hunky-dory. But yes, having left Haydale, hit the roads, fought some Zambos, moved on. As you guys are moving forward in your cart, on and on, you do feel as if you hear some things moving about in the woods, but nothing jumps out to strike at you. You maybe get the feeling that traveling in this larger group is maybe keeping them away. Maybe there's a slight possibility that the first group wasn't even attacked. They were just super unlucky. Who's to say, really? But moving up here, you guys see it far before you enter it. A very sizable town sitting atop a hill, locked down under a wall that spans the entire perimeter. One of the first things you guys see, despite this location being up on a hill, having a small bridge keeping you away, which is currently pulled up, you can see a massive tower that is near the middle of the town. And this huge tower has multiple enormous horns that are all jutting out in various directions. You recall what Waldus told you. Your group is sent here to meet an individual named Ferris. And we shall meet said individual next week.